Sometimes when you're writing an essay, you may have found some information that you want to use, but you may need to summarize the passage. You may be wondering what the difference is between a summary, a paraphrase, and a quote. A summary is a shorter version of the original passage. You write a summary when you only want the main points of the information that has been written. A paraphrase, on the other hand, is stating the original passage in your own words. In a paraphrase, you keep the same meaning of the passage, but you use your own words. So the main difference between a summary and a paraphrase is that the summary is usually much shorter than a paraphrase, because the paraphrase is using all of the same information, but you just write it in your own words. A quote is the identical actual words of the original words using quotation marks. You use a quote when you want to use the exact words of the original. All right, so when should you summarize? Well, one reason for summarizing is when the information you want to use is too long, or when you want to show just the main points, or when you want to simplify the information. So how do you summarize a passage? Well, you need to choose a short passage that you want to use in your writing. And then you need to read the passage carefully to understand it correctly. Then after you've read it, you should take some notes about the main idea and the supporting points that you want to use in your writing. So again, here are the steps that you should take to summarize a passage. Read the text first. Scan for the main points. Read it again, making sure that you have all the main points, and then check that it is correct. Now you can begin to write the summary. Now, after you've written the summary, you should compare your summary to the original text. Let's look at an example. Let's take this paragraph about sleep. Most adults require between 7 and 9 hours of nightly sleep. Children and teenagers need substantially more sleep, particularly if they are younger than 5 years of age. Work schedules, day-to-day stressors, a disruptive bedroom environment, and medical conditions can all prevent us from receiving enough sleep. A healthy diet and positive lifestyle habits can help ensure an adequate amount of sleep each night. But for some, chronic lack of sleep may be the first sign of a sleep disorder. Now, as you can see, this paragraph has been taken from sleepfoundation.org. Now that we've read the paragraph, we need to find the main idea as well as the main points. The main idea is about sleep requirements. And after scanning for the main points, you should be able to find these three. Adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Children and teenagers need more. And various things can deprive us of sleep. Now, these are the three main things that are being talked about in this paragraph. Now, we need to go back and read to make sure that we've correctly found the main points. Adults require between 7 and 9 hours. Children and teenagers need more. And there are various things that can deprive us of sleep. All right, so now we can take our main points and write our summary. According to sleepfoundation.org, most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, while children and teenagers may need more. There are various things that can deprive us of sleep, such as work schedules and medical conditions. Now, when we use this in our writing, we will need to include the reference of who wrote this article and the date it was written. Now, as you can see, the original had approximately 75 words, but the summary now has around 36 words. You may have noticed that the summary only includes 2 of the various things that deprive us of sleep: work schedules and medical conditions. Now, if these were the 2 points that you wanted to use for your writing, you would choose these to include in your summary. If you wanted to use some of the other ideas, you could include those instead. Now let's look at another example. Here's another paragraph that we can try writing a summary for. You need to be a habitual goal setter and dedicate yourself to working from clear, written goals every day of your life, forming daily habits. All highly successful people are intensely goal-oriented. They know exactly what they want, they have it written down, they have plans to accomplish it, and they both review and work on their plans as a daily routine. Now, in this paragraph, the main idea is about the fact that successful people have goals. The main points are that these people have clear written goals and that they review and work on goals daily. We again check that our information is correct by looking at the original paragraph. They have clear written goals and they work on their plans as a daily routine. Now we can write our summary. Successful people have clear written goals which they review and work on daily. And again, we need to include where we found this information when we use it in our writing. Let's take a look at one more paragraph. Another advantage of online education is that it allows students to attend classes from any location of their choice. It also allows schools to reach out to a more extensive network of students instead of being restricted by geographical boundaries. Additionally, online lectures can be recorded, archived, and shared for future reference. This allows students to access the learning material at a time of their comfort. Thus, online learning offers students the accessibility of time and place in education. Now, here are the main ideas about the advantages of online education. The main points are that it can be used in any location and that they use recorded lessons. All right, now let's write our summary. E-learning industry states that one advantage of online education is that it can be made available in any location. In addition, since lessons are recorded, they can be accessed at any time. And again, remember to include your reference. So let's review how to summarize. Choose a short passage that you want to use in your writing. Read the passage carefully to understand it correctly, and then take notes about the main idea and the supporting points that you want to use in your writing. And now write the summary. And finally, compare with the original passage. I hope that now you know how to write a summary. Happy writing!